Okay, so it's not often that I'm compelled to stop everything and swing my chair around and create a video on the spot without the amount of preparation that I usually do. But this is important and it's pertinent right now. The kind of day I've had and the conversations I've had and the conduit role that I've played as a buyer's agent today, it's more apparent than ever that there is just a huge amount of fatigue in the real estate market and the ecosystem that we operate in as buyer's agents and buyers and sellers. Like, there's a lot. So bear with me while I give you some tips and tricks to really double down given the state that the market's in right now. So you know how I'm always talking about this notion of urgency through energy, the transfer, the conduit. This has never been more needed than right now. This market is tired. There are a bunch of sellers who have come off a big high and making lots of money, selling agents feeling the same, buyers who are now starting to feel the pinch, and there hasn't been as much stock this spring. So it's kind of, they're feeling a little bit dejected and they're a bit over it. And there's just a feeling, you know, we're coming into Chrissy as well. Everyone's just tired. Now, I always spruik that I avoid the competition and people ping me on it and go, you promising off markets. It's not that I'm avoiding off, you know, the stuff that's on market. I just define what competition is. Competition is something that really comes down to an individual that is closely matching where you're at. That's the competition. That's a competitor. My job on my client's behalf in the advocacy side of things is to just eliminate them altogether. Just have a set of circumstances and process and strategies to just, they're not even in the game. They still exist. They're a buyer. They're going to try and vie for the property, but they're not the competition. So that's how I like to phrase it. Now, with that in mind, the easiest way to leave your competition for dead right now is to just come at it with some fresh energy, guys. Seriously. I've had conversations today with my buyers who are tired and a bit over it, and they're coming at me with some language that it sounds a little bit defeatist. And they're like, I guess that we can try and do this and try and do that. I'm taking that, bundling it up, having my coffee, making a call to the agent, go, mate, guess what? We are in the box. My guys are pumped. We are so close to making a decision right now. The next step is to do X, Y, and Z. And they're like, whoa, okay, awesome, mate. Well, then, yeah, I'm pumped. How do you reckon they're feeling? So, oh, mate, this is the one. I've shown them a sway. This is where we're at. We're pumped. Okay, mate, I'll do what I've got to do. I've got to get this door open for you now. Hey, yeah, absolutely, because there's a couple of others that we had a quick chat about today as well. And, yeah, look, they're not as excited by them, but I'm going to advise them that they should still be exploring that while we're trying to get traction here, right? And it's like, great, just give me a sec. Turned it around and we got a private inspection today. Now, there are other buyers running on this property. When I actually met the selling agent at the property today for said private inspection, yeah, man, look, there are some other buyers I'm talking to, but they're not really ready at the stage to sort of commit. So I didn't invite them here now. They've seen it once before, I guess. So we're just kind of working with them, see where they're at, but not sounding super committed. They're missing out. They're not getting callbacks. They're not getting nurtured because of the language they're using and the energy they're projecting is being a direct reflection, I guess, of where they're at. Now, if I let my clients speak to the selling agent directly, they'd just be lumped in the same category. We're not necessarily that hot on it, but you know what? Actually, after seeing it today at our private inspection, we really are. So sometimes you need that bump, you need that oomph. And I'm here to tell you, if you're listening to this now and watching this now is the time to double down on that strategy. It's so important. The amount of traction I get from my clients when I just come at it with some real assertion and energy, it's a game changer. It's a game changer. It destroys the competition. Everyone's tired. So you play to their weaknesses, right? And you just come at it. So yes, that's all I wanted to say. And this is a really important quick piece here now, but there's a couple of quick things I just want to touch on kind of around this theme to make sure that this is landing right. This isn't being arrogant or pushy or kind of, I guess, too bullish. It needs to come from a place of confidence, which comes from a place of knowledge. So you should be acting, not just talking. And what that means is, if you're interested in the property, show that you're interested in the property, not through words, but by action. So here's a good example, literally today again. My client's saying, okay, well, we've asked, you sent across the formal letter of offer. Yep. Yeah, I did. Cool. And then we're going to turn that into a contract. Oh, you think that's beneficial? Yes, I do. Leave it with me. Cool. Hung up the phone with them, spoke to the selling agent. Mate, my guys are waiting for a contract there. They need to sign. We just want to move forward. They're ready. We need to make sure that by the time the contract gets to you, mate, and for your seller, that literally they just need to put the signature on it and it's executed. There's no point presenting just a letter of offer. My clients have asked me expressly to get them a contract. Let's go. That changed it. That changed it from going, yeah, you're right, that is the next step, as opposed to going, well, I've got a formal letter of offer. That's all I really need at this stage. So the agent himself being guilty, hope he doesn't know what I'm talking about. I'm going to have to, no, I need to post this now. So yeah, he's gone now, but it's the agent that needed that G up as well, right? Needed that injection of energy going, let's move. Yeah, okay, cool. We're waiting for your seller's final okay, and he's umming and ahhing about it. A lot of sellers are right now. They're not jumping on the deal straight away like they used to at the moment. They're hoping that someone's going to come out of the woodwork and pay top dollar because there's the education piece that needs to happen. But in the meantime, there are things that we can do to show that my buyers are more prepared, that they're moving through a process and they're ready to go. There's and this is the application of that immediacy that I always talk about. Now that the contract's actually signed and sent to this seller, it's the only contract that's being presented. So you now think of this competition, and listeners, if you could see my air quotes, the competition in inverted commas, who still need to get a contract done, which takes time, who then most likely in this price bracket especially would need to send it to their conveyancers to make sure it's watertight and to send a blank contract to their brokers as well, or their lenders, to make sure that it's in line with what they're able to borrow against and they can start the wheels turning. There's all that stuff they've got to do that we've done. My client's conveyancer's seen it, given it a tick of approval. He gave me an extra little clause to put in there as an extra buyer protection. Brilliant. Love that. Copy, paste, sent. This is the sort of thing I'm talking about. That everything I'm doing, you guys can do directly. There's no magic formula that only a buyer's agent is privy to. I really do encourage you to, whatever your go-to is, maybe it's just some pump-up music or something, or go for a run and get some exercise, or whatever puts you in the right frame of mind before you've got to be in real estate mode and you're pushing to purchase a house that you really like, or you're pushing to discover whether it's a property that you really like, or you're pushing to learn whether the agent even has anything that could be suitable. Anything, any stage of the real estate transaction that you're at and the real estate journey and the process, it's never too early to just come out of the gates and be hungry to learn what's available, learn more about the property, learn about the contract, and then learn about the seller's circumstances to put a deal together. It's all learning. It's all a thirst and a hunger to learn and an eagerness to just move through those stages. Finding answers to the questions you have diligently, doing what you can in the background to be less taxing on the agent. And the old adage of, which I've said in other videos, of coming to your manager with solutions, not problems, applies here as well. If you've come out of the gates going, this is what I need to make this work, and it's already been qualified on the back end, it's not going, well, I've got a bit of a problem. How can we work this out? There are people that can help you, and we've talked about those sort of professionals and stuff in other videos as well. So without letting the point be lost and blurring lines and things for the purpose of this video, energy up, Australia. There's damn good real estate out there right now and damn good opportunities, and there's a lot of people asleep at the wheel and there's a lot of people who've run out of gusto. Understandably, it's been a big year, but please, if you're in property mode at all, double down on getting some energy out there. I guarantee you it's going to yield the best results possible right now. I'm looking forward to hearing stories of how everyone's buying better. Fresh energy. Let's go.